Hey everyone, I'm Roger. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have some great tips to help your children with autism deal and cope with the coronavirus and the quarantine. Parents, I know we are facing a lot of challenges right now, and work life and home life, the boundaries can be blurred, especially if your kid has autism. All right, tip number 1, set a schedule. You need a new routine for your new lifestyle. Explain to your children that they are going to get up and get ready for school, like always, even though that they're going to be staying home. After breakfast, get dressed and do some schoolwork. Work on homework and schoolwork, and then after that, have lunch. And then after lunch, go for a walk, get some exercise, make sure you practice social distancing. And I would recommend doing schoolwork in the morning because that's when your child is fresh. After that, do a board game or a puzzle, something fun that you guys can do together. And after that activity, do another exercise activity, a walk or whatever your preferred exercise activity is, and then give them about an hour of just tablet or TV time. But during this time, make sure that you guys are together. Make sure that if they are on the laptop or tablet, that you guys are in like the living room and you guys are still together. And take that time to answer your emails. Be on your laptop and take that time to do what you need to do. All right, tip number 2 is show no fear. Now, we are living in some crazy times right now, and a lot of the fear comes from we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know, there's new details of COVID-19 every day. But when it comes to your children, especially your children with autism, they're out of routine and that can stress them out, and they're dealing with a lot anyway. So when you're with them, you want to make sure that you're creating a safe environment for you and your family. So just explain to them in simple terms of the situation that's going on. If you're stressing out about it, don't stress out in front of them, but you just want to create the environment that your family is a unit, and together you guys are going to get through it. You guys are going to do your schoolwork, you're going to have your routine, and you're just going to do you until this all blows over. Tip number 3, fun over fear. Board games are great. With all the TV shows and movies out right now, take turns having movie nights. Every day out of the week, have someone pick a movie and have your family come together and watch the movie together. Make that the rule, that you guys have to get through the movie together. And if there's 2 parents and 1 child in the household, have the child pick out a movie every 3 days. Mom picks one, dad picks one, and then your child picks one. It'll make it more fun, more engaging, and then you can see what types of, you kind of get into their world and see what they like. There's a neuroscientist by the name of Jake Panksepp. I might have butchered that. He has this emotional systems theory, and it says you have fear, anger, separation, distress, nurturing, hugging, sex, and play. You also have seek, the urge to explore, where you engage in your mind. So when we're looking up research and medicines or watching the news about the coronavirus, what we're doing is we're seeking. And when we seek, that turns off fear. So if you and your children were in the kitchen and you decided to make cookies, what you're doing is you're activating your seek emotion, And when that's activated, you're turning off your fear emotion. Tip number 4, get involved with your child's therapy. What's really concerning about the times that we're living in right now is it's so crucial for 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds to get therapy, speech therapy and OT. The younger you can get these kids therapy, the better the outcome. So if a 3-year-old goes 6 months without therapy, that could be very detrimental. I would recommend working with the therapist and doing a Zoom or FaceTime and have the therapist coach the parent on how to do that one-on-one therapy session with their kids. And I think that would be good for everyone in the situation. I think parents, you will get that training that these professionals have to work with your child. And you kind of enter the world of the therapy where you can use their tricks and techniques in your child's life. And who better to teach your children than their parents? So I would encourage that, set that up with your therapist. Tip number 5, and this tip is for older kids, teenagers, and adults who are on the autism spectrum. Tip number 5 is limit the news to 1 hour. These children should not be watching the news all day long. And the reason for that is there's so much information that gets thrown at us, and it's not, if we were living our normal routines, we wouldn't be sitting in front of the TV all day watching the news. You know, we would get up, go to work, go to the store and stuff like that. So you want to keep those norms during these times. So limit it to just an hour. I mean, if they like the news and stuff, that's fine. Don't take it away. You're just limiting to 1 hour a day. Tip number 6, put the coronavirus into perspective for your kids. Explain it to them in the most simplest way possible and use every moment as a teaching tool. If you're driving, show them, point out the stores that are closed and explain to them that because of this disease going around, the stores are closed. And that's why we can't go to Disneyland, we can't go to the movies. And, with this too, you could even put it in your routine that we have to wash our counters and we have to wash our hands and we have to do these things so we can prevent getting sick. And you can put that into your routine as little chores and stuff. And you don't want to just send them off to clean the whole house and be like, we have to do this for the coronavirus. Start with wiping down a table, wiping down the utensils that they use, hand washing. I think that's something that's really important. Even if you just focus on covering your mouth when you cough and sneeze, that is a skill that is very, very important. And just put it into perspective for them to help them understand the time that we're living in right now. And tip number 7, keep your kids socializing. And this could be really fun with all the technology that we have access to today. We keep your kids interacting and stimulated with social interactions. Have them call up their favorite cousin or that aunt that loves them to death, every day during Monday through Friday, but make sure that they commit to making those phone calls. And FaceTime them or get them talking and interacting with people who are outside of the house. Don't go outside your house and start talking to people. I'm talking to more like, FaceTime, see if you can Zoom some kids in the classroom. Like I said, call the cousin or aunt or grandma and grandpa. Keep them interacting. And another cool way that you can do this is using like the Xbox Live and stuff. Have them socialize and talk to other people. We want to develop those skills, and we still want to work on those, and those are very important. So if you want to monitor them, you want to make sure that they're still getting those skills and they're still developing in that area, and use technology that we have access to. Also Facebook is really good because they have all these pages. So whatever your kid likes, if they're into history or science, look up a page on Facebook, and maybe you would want to contact people on there. But use your judgment, because you don't want to be talking to strangers, and you don't want to put yourself in a situation that you will regret. But these are stuff that we can be engaging in, and something that your kids could really benefit from. I hope you found these tips helpful. Hopefully they help you. But also, when we're talking about autism, it's not a one fits all. You can take these tips, monitor them, whatever works for you and your household, whatever is helping you and your child cope during these times is the goal that we're after. So even if you can't do every tip, or if none of these worked for you, you gotta, what works for you, what works for your child, but you want to target these skills, and you still want to be developing during these times. Don't let coronavirus set you guys back. So with that said, if you liked the video, give it a like. Please subscribe to my channel. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can go live on YouTube. I tried to go live the other day, and they wouldn't let me because I don't have enough subscribers. And so if you guys can do that, share the video, tell your friends to like and subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye.